Welcome to Wentworth Online's webinar on best practices, strategies for establishing and maintaining an online presence. Let's start with a brief overview of what we will discuss today. To begin, we will go over the importance of online presence and its benefits. Next, we will discuss ways to build a community within your class. And lastly, we will give you some tips and strategies that you can use to create and maintain your teaching presence within your class. While online courses provide students with more flexibility and new ways to collaborate, success is directly related to how present and engaged the instructor is in the online classroom. Research studies have shown that presence is associated with student perceptions of instructor involvement and motivation. Also, these studies indicate that increased levels of engagement have led to higher levels of student achievement, retention, and student satisfaction in an online course. Establishing teaching presence does require some preparation regarding the course design, facilitation, and instruction. One way of looking at online presence is through the Community of Inquiry framework, a frequently referenced model that outlines 3 types of presence: social, teaching, and cognitive. When all 3 elements interact, it's then that students can experience meaningful learning and build community. Social presence is the ability of students to identify with the community, communicate purposely in a trusting environment, and develop relationships by projecting their personalities. Teaching presence is the design, facilitation, and direction of learning and social processes, organizing the course structure, curriculum, and establishing netiquette or online expectations. Cognitive presence is the extent to which students can construct and confirm meaning through continued reflection and written and spoken communication. The presence that instructors demonstrate is the first step in the process of connecting with and influencing students. It is important to stay present throughout the course and not just at the beginning of the semester. Let's take a moment to review some benefits of teaching presence. It builds student-faculty rapport through introductions, written communication, and allows for prompt responses to students' questions and concerns. It uses multiple means of instruction for engaging lectures such as audio, video, and screencasts to support universal design for learning. It provides structure to both collaborative and individual activities that align with the desired learning outcomes. And it promotes a sense of purpose by regularly monitoring student performance, providing constructive and timely feedback, and clearly articulating course goals. While instructors' presence is important in both face-to-face and online courses, promoting instructor presence in an online course can present some unique challenges because traditional face-to-face interaction is not present. However, faculty already have some simple and acceptable practices at their disposal to promote presence in their online courses. Some good practices include positive mindset. You want to get yourself in a positive mindset to teach online. We are all affected by what goes on around us, and it can become difficult not to let any negativity impact your interactions with students. Any negativity students pick up from you in the course will stay there throughout the course. And if you are in a bad mood, do whatever is necessary to make sure your mood does not affect your courses. You can exercise, self-talk, take a walk, watch your favorite show, whatever you need to do to help you return as the online instructor that students need. Personality. Humanizing an online course means making connections so that students feel a relationship to the course, their peers, and the instructor. Use your interest in the subject to help build your online teaching personality. You were selected to teach your subject because of your expertise and interest in the subject, so share it with your students. You can incorporate your research, publications, and your experience to add richness and depth to your subject. The students will know you really are interested in the subject, and your excitement and enthusiasm for the subject will spill over and impact your students. Personalization. Take time to highlight connections between your course content, activities, and assignments. This provides students a course structure for interacting with each other. Make it personal by sharing anecdotes, examples, relevant articles, or current events. Building a community in an online course is essential to the online learning experience. Building a community helps to make the student feel connected not only to the course, but with the instructor and their peers. Let's review a few ways you can interact with your students to help develop community using teaching presence. Helping students make connections in an online class can seem like a big task. However, there are simple ways you as the instructor can help the students make a connection, starting on the first day of class. One simple way is for you and your students to upload a profile picture as an avatar in your learning management system. This helps students to put a face to the name when they are posting and communicating with each other. Create a welcoming environment. The look and feel of an online course are important. Take a moment to consider your course site. Is it organized and well structured for students? Is it an inviting space that encourages and motivates students? You can add personalized graphics to your announcements or consider adding a course banner to your course site to create a sense of community. Establish your availability and respond early to students. Communicate the time frame that you will set aside for your students through phone, instant message, discussion board, or weekly check-ins through Zoom. This allows students to know when you are available to answer their questions and get support with assignments. One important aspect of netiquette or online etiquette is to create guidelines and expectations on how students should interact in the course. While learning can take place in person or remotely, students should conduct themselves respectfully to maintain a safe, supportive, and productive learning environment. Modeling this behavior is crucial because if you are not present, the students will not be present either. You can also review Wentworth Online's recommended netiquette tips on our online learning hub. We'll share the link at the end of this webinar. For teaching presence to be successful, the online class needs to be lively. It should not just be a collection of PowerPoints, reading materials, and assignments. Having different activities in your course can help students to feel engaged and connected to the course. Here are a few examples to consider. One way is to integrate multimedia materials such as interactive exercises and/or audio-video materials relating to the subject matter in the classroom. You can record mini lecture videos or audio clips and upload them to your course site. This could be weekly overviews, assignment explanations, demos, or screencasting, which can add other pedagogical benefits, especially for visual and auditory learners. Consider virtual groups. Students enjoy connecting in real time and having constant interactions with their peers. Instructors can use a web conferencing system like Zoom to allow students to have opportunity to meet in small groups for discussions, to study together, work on group projects, provide peer reviews, and participate in other collaborative assignments. Research studies have shown that the course the students remember the most are the ones that involve relationships. Another way an instructor can help students build community is through real-world connections. Create opportunities for students to connect with colleagues in your network. This could include having guest speakers or hosting an online panel to help students visualize and apply their learning in a real-world setting. As an instructor, you may already be familiar with some of the basic tools available in your course sites, such as announcements, discussion boards, and the gradebook for providing feedback. You may use these features to reach out to your students on a daily basis. Your frequent use of these basic communication tools is a great way to ensure students will feel connected to you and the course. Announcements are a great way to build community with your students. We recommend making an announcement 1 to 2 times a week. It can be helpful to make an announcement at the beginning of the week, explaining to students what is up and coming, and making another announcement towards the end of the week to wrap up that week. This is beneficial for staying in contact with your class. Discussion boards are another way to engage students. They can be used to mimic discussions in a traditional classroom. We encourage instructors to interact with their students in the discussion boards by replying to student posts. And rather than asking objective questions, Ask for students' reactions to the content to enable critical thinking, as well as inspire further discussion. Consider assigning students to help moderate the discussion to help the class stay engaged. It is important that if students are submitting assignments or assessments, they receive clear and constructive feedback from the instructor on their coursework. This feedback affects teaching presence in two ways. First, the instructor provides insight into how the students, both individually and collectively, are doing in the course. Second, the students can see how he or she is performing. The truth is that a small percentage of online students will take ownership of their learning without instructor intervention, but many students will not. This does not mean that other students can't do the work or that they don't care about the course. We want to leave you with some tips and strategies for creating an online presence in your class. One strategy is to create connection by having a course introduction using video or audio. Let students get to know you. Students can feel like they're getting to know you as an instructor just a little better than if you were to do a written welcome or bio. Another strategy is to send reminders at least once a week. Your students want to hear from you and make sure that they are on track. Sending a reminder about the upcoming week is a great way to keep in contact with the class, even if everything is running smoothly. Reminders about projects help to keep students on task. Letting students know how many weeks they have until a due date or where they should be in the progress of a big project helps students to plan their time wisely for their coursework. The next strategy is providing students with options. We recommend offering students choices with their course assignments so they feel more invested. For example, you can give students options of different discussions in which to participate. This helps motivate students to complete their assignments. Another helpful strategy is to help out students by reaching out on an individual basis. Consider giving students praise publicly or privately to let them know you are attentive to their work and online interactions. Also, sending a check-in communication can push a student to ask for clarity or other questions they may have had but never thought to send. For example, if a student has been struggling in your online course or you have noticed their participation has declined, reaching out is a great opportunity to reconnect them to your course and make sure they are okay. It's helpful for students to feel seen. And the final strategy on our list is to hold virtual office hours. This can be a great way for students to get the extra help needed during trying times, but it is also a way to build your rapport even more with students. Holding office hours via Zoom or by phone can help students better understand the material. Building your presence in the course using our tips and strategies can help build community within your class. These tips and strategies can help students feel more welcomed and connected, making it easier for them to be engaged. Now I want to take a moment and let you reflect on your teaching presence. Let's just take a minute to think about these questions and reflect on your online presence. How do you promote instructor presence in your courses? And what activities and/or tools do you use to engage students? Well, we want to just thank you for joining us today. Please feel free to check out our WIT Online Learning Hub for faculty resources. The link is at the bottom of the contact slide. Wentworth Online is happy to assist you. If you have any other questions or would like to schedule a meeting about your course, you can contact us at online@wit.edu or at 617-989-4941. Thanks again and enjoy the rest of your day.